I'm gonna break down how I caught the high day today on ES, and hopefully you guys could learn something from the trades I took. I'm just posting this just to document it. I think there's a lot of learning lessons, but for this all to make sense, I'm gonna start with my pre-market plan from yesterday. So I do type a lot, but my key level for today, simply put, yesterday was this 5570. Or if sellers could rally up into it, I want to look for ways to play short. And if we reclaim back above the 70s, I had us also a bullish plan that I wanted to look for ways to play long back up into like 8 9 ish. So first, I'm gonna go over what happened yesterday. You can see here if this loads correctly. The market did end up opening beneath that level here at the 70s, sold off, broke out of this consolidation range to the downside, this little consolidation range, and formed a new key level for me at this 5661 all the way up to this 7.3, which is a supply zone on the S&P 500, and it's also a level which formed from the tape the day before. So this sets up the stage going into today. Also, you could see this area of sellers rejected overnight. So if I pull up my game plan from today, right here, to the upside, I'm watching this 5661 level, which is this pink box right here that I posted this before the market opened as well. This is 908. If we rally up and sellers could step in, this could present an opportunity to reverse the move up, targeting this 5.2 to around 5.3. And the main thing that supported this thesis was this VIX futures. So you could see VIX was moving down and each swing high was getting defended. We ended up breaking out above it and it acted as support today. I'm a bit sick. It acted as support today. So that showed me there's potential weakness in the market and it'll put more pressure on the bulls. And I also had a higher time frame range, whatever. Okay, so my key level was that 6175. I had it here. I use TradingView for my charts. I just show it on Thinkorswim because I feel like it's easier to visualize. So this is when market opens up. Let's go to like a 1 minute chart so it's easier to see. And yeah, so we'll start here. Market kind of moved sideways off the open. I didn't really see much. I was updating the intraday commentary tab here as the market was developing, but I didn't take any trades. And again, if you guys want to join the Discord, it's completely free, and I post these levels before the market opens for everyone. So if you want to join, it's free. I posted this high a day, right here, 6-1 today. Yesterday, I gave everyone the 70s level right here, also high a day. So there's definitely a ton of good value and levels you guys could use if you're interested. If not, I don't really care. But um, back to the scenario. As the day was developing, I didn't really see much here. Let me just go back up. That's what I was seeing. Um, so let's go here. So at the open, the S&P and VIX are both moving up, which is a market divergence. I explained it in my past videos. If you want to know what that means, you could look into it. This was yesterday where I took the market short. Where's today? It happened again today, by the way. I thought that was today because it was the same exact thing. But today here, you could see VIX is retesting that area of support. Market rallies up. Um, I saw some strength here at the 4/8, blah, blah, blah. No one cares. Until we come up into my area of interest here. And where is it? I ended up taking the market short right here. So I said I'm seeing some selling here at 10.10. I'm taking the market short. 10.10 was before, so this was the losing trade I took. Market was coming up into the area of interest, like I said, and I spotted some selling on the tape, and I took the market short here when the market looked like this. Here at 10.10, trying to show off the 6-1s, and we need to really break under this 5.4 to 5.5 level because that's an area where I saw large activity on the tape. And after I enter, you could see the market just moves in a sideways manner. And what I do actually here is I cut this position before my stops. You could see I realized only 0.64 because my stop was at this high today. But after I entered and it moved sideways, it was just telling me that I mistimed my entry and I could just re-enter. So this is something I learned from my mentor Carmine. I don't suggest doing this unless you have a lot of like, because my journal physically backs up this data. I would wait and see if your journal backs up this data because I don't recommend getting out before your stop ever. But if you guys want to learn about this, I would just go to my mentor Carmine Rosado's YouTube channel. The 5 minute per day scalping strategy he just posted, he goes over. But essentially, there was true selling. There was nothing wrong with this entry, but this lacked urgency. Usually, when I take a trade, the market works out immediately. Just like this winning trade, you could see I got short here at these 60s and it immediately worked in my favor. It never put me in drawdown. It never consolidated. It just immediately just sold off. So I covered here before my stop. Nothing wrong with this entry. It was really good. I got out at 60 instead of at 61.50. So I got out a little bit earlier around this high a day. I stopped out for a 1.75 loss. On this trade, it was still 2.54 planned risk to reward. And then I end up re-entering because I still see selling. So you could see here, I took the market short. This was at 1010, I believe, yeah. And you could see the selling here. All of a sudden, like this 514 lot offer just steps into the market out of nowhere. And at this point, I was like, this looks good. Like, this is what I want to see if I'm short. It looks very good. I would have entered short here if I didn't enter there. There's clearly some weakness at the highs. Market sells off, and then you could see we start to just hang out right here. We started to consolidate, and then you could see this consolidated, and the market ended up curling back up. So I was like, okay, I'm getting out a little bit earlier to my stop. My stop was like up here. I have bronchitis right now. Anyways, we break above this high, and I saw selling again. I liked how we broke above this high, but really not above like 6.4, and we got back under. It's just a classic. I still saw the selling. It just took one more high break. We have 1, 2, 3. You can see the buying is drying up. I was seeing selling step in. I took it short here at 5.560. Very, very good entry because 5.560. My stop was a 6.2 was the high day, but I gave it a little bit room above the high. So my stop was at 6.3 because we kept breaking above the high. So I was risking 3 points on this trade. You could see I took it short and then immediately look at these red bubbles, aggressive sell prints coming in. Market ends up holding that 5.5, 5.4 level I talked about, came back up. Never really pulled back on me, and then from there, the market literally just sold off. Like here, and I sold at my 5.3, 5.2 target. Yeah, in hindsight, I left a lot of money on the table, right? Because I got out at 5.4 and 5.2, so average price of 5.3, and look at this. The market's just still selling off. I don't expect to catch this whole thing, but I do take self-responsibility that I could have capitalized more. Yes, my plan was to sell at 5.3, but in a perfect world, trading is not perfect. I try not to be a perfectionist, but there's always room for improvement here. I could have sold one at my 5.3, 5.2 target, whatever, because I was in 2 scale one out at that area where I saw buying, and then if the selling is heavy, look to hold it right back into these 4.8s, because I could have easily capitalized way better, because this was like a balanced range a little bit intraday. We came up into that resistance. Oh, another thing. Yeah, I wish I took it short here. Scaled one here, scaled one there. That would have been perfect. But I still did a lot of things good today that I could be proud of, but obviously there's always ways to get better. Also, the main reason why I took it short, this is also a really good lesson, is if you look at this NASDAQ, look how we were so far from the high a day. Where is it? I don't think I showed the S&P, but if I pull up Thinkorswim, I'll show you what it looked like. So look, S&P was breaking above the opening highs here. Look, this was clearly putting in a higher high. This was like a good backbone of my thesis too. Obviously, I have a bunch of little stuff that go into it, but like ES was putting in a higher high. The NASDAQ, it was a divergence. Look, this put in a lower low. So ES is breaking above the high. NASDAQ was weak. There's the bronchitis. VIX futures also was moving up. Look how strong VIX is. You could see how this 30-minute candle and VIX closed green. Look, just focus on just this one here. The first 30 minutes, as ES was moving up, VIX was moving up. So there's market anomalies across the entire board right there. Look, VIX should not be moving up if the S&P is moving up. VIX should be moving sideways or down. VIX is moving up. So all these signs was to me hinting that this move up could just get sold into and erased, especially coming into the area of interest that I had from before. And then obviously the rest of it, I just saw the selling. I took it short. And yeah, it's a massive sell-off. And this thing's still selling off, which is absolutely insane. But yeah, that was a quick trading recap. Again, if you guys want to join the Discord, I do not give access to my thoughts in real time because I treat it more as a journal. But if you want my levels and my plans and stuff, you could join for free. And there's also a few people in there. Also, levels moving forward. I'm going to give some levels moving forward. First area that I personally am going to watch is this 9-6. We're actually at it right now. To this little consolidation. Just an area of interest I would watch personally. It's super key to me. Market's selling off into it right now. Ideally, buyers want to hold there. Even more importantly, though, you want to watch this 8-5. This 5585 right here. This is going to be very key to gauge what happens because market's going to revisit a prior balance high for the first time on like a higher time scale. And it's just super important for the next leg of whatever's going to happen because if we get back under this 8-5, it won't look good. Buyers want to hold this. Buyers want to hold this. If we sell off under that 8-5, let me just use my other order flow tools. I do think we could see a larger sell-off. Give me 1 second. 8-5s. Under 8-5s, first area I would look at, honestly, is these 70s. Just real quick. This area as well is kind of like a 2-hour demand. Around here, this also initiated the move out of balance, and it's kind of key because it's consolidation, but like ultimately, I do believe this has room down into this 50.25 right here. 50.25. So we'll see how this plans out moving forward. Yeah, these 50s-ish, give or take. I do think that could get revisited if the selling just continues to sell off, or then worst case scenario, all the way back here. Best case scenario is the buyer step in here or here. Worst case scenario is this thing. Shit. Worst case scenario. Keep selling off under here. We probably go here, here, and maybe there. So it's my plan moving forward. If you guys like this video, drop a like, comment. There's gonna be the link, like I said, for free. You could join. And yeah, it's a quick trade recap, and I also gave some levels in there you guys can look at.